Well, welcome back to another Waynos Fotos videos. And before we jump right into the guts of the video, I'd just like to thank everyone who subscribed, who rang that bell, who shared and supported the channel. Thank you very much. And also the people who have left comments down below and responded to my opinion or someone else's opinion. And I'm quite happy to see people with different opinions because we can all learn from people's different views. But there has been some comments that basically have asked or said to me, right, why do you keep making these like rim versus disc brake videos? You know, we've heard it all. It's been done to death. Move on. Well, I just want to respond to those people because that's a fair question, and why me and other YouTubers are continuing to make new content that's highlighting the differences or the not differences between disc and rim brakes. Well, look, don't get me wrong, guys. I am not against new tech. In fact, I'm really into tech and I like things that I like to understand how tech works. And my history of working has been having to understand quite technical issues. So I actually really find this stuff interesting. But what I do have an issue with is the advertisement of a product and overstating its capabilities. Now, cycling is not the only industry where this happens. It happens in quite a lot of industries. And the industry that I actually specifically work in, I've seen products that barely work and do what they actually claim they can do. So I've seen this through many industries. But I don't agree with this false advertising. I think a product should state what it does. So as advertised. So if they say it does X, then it should do X. Not X, but it only gets to U in the alphabet. So that is my issue that I'm having, and that's why I'm making these videos, because I'm passionate about offering some realistic view on how these products work. Because, you know, people talk about more power and they think that if they put disc brakes on their bike, they're going to be able to stop their bike quicker, and all of these great things. And new tech should be designed to give you an advantage, but does it really live up to its advertising? And that's where I come in and where other YouTubers come in, because if it doesn't, then it needs to be called out. You need to call out these things because everyone's walking around with this idea because it's marketing, and marketing works. Like, do not have any illusion. If you say something enough times, people believe it. And I'm just here, I'm just a small channel, and I'm just calling out the overstatement of this technology that's being put onto bicycles in the last few years. Now, my second issue why I keep making videos about this topic is because we need to get that message out there if we want to have choice in the bicycle industry. Because what's happening at the moment, they're limiting the access to rim brake bikes. So you've got frames not being made, and now you get the actual group manufacturers starting to follow that up, where they're not offering mechanical type rim or disc brakes with these group sets. They're fully hydraulic, so you have to go that way. So what it's doing is it's limiting our choice. It's saying, hey guys, whether you like disc brakes or not like disc brakes, or you want to ride rim brakes, you want to ride disc brakes, they're limiting our choice as a consumer. And the reason why I have an issue with this is because when you're paying the prices that they want you to pay for the high-end race bikes, you really think that this bike should not be just pull it out of the box, do up a few bolts, and that's what you get for your money, for your $10,000 American or $15,000 American. That bike should be something a bit special. It should be the Ferrari or the Lamborghini of the bicycle world. This is a huge amount of money to pay for a bicycle. And I think that's what people sort of forget. And I think we should have the choice. Now, I live in a climate which has a fair weather climate. Well, my good bike doesn't go in the rain. I have a rain bike, and that doesn't get used that much. So the weather's pretty good for me here. So why do I need a system that basically is designed for wet weather riding? I don't. And when they come to us and say disc brakes are all these things, and I've got a heavier bike and all this other stuff, I call out BS, because, you know, ever since bicycles have been around, they've tried to make them lighter. Weight is a significant factor with race bikes, and it always has been. So putting an extra kilo on your bike, 500 grams to a kilo, and running heavier rims, running heavier group sets and heavier frames, to me is not an advancement in technology. So in conclusion, what I and a number of other YouTubers are trying to do is have a small voice to bring balance to the overstated performances of these new technologies. Now, it might sound like we're repeating, but you've got to understand that there may only be a very small percentage of my viewers that actually watch one of my videos, or they may only watch every 10th video of mine, or every 5th video, or they might watch every video. And the people that watch every video, yeah, I understand you're probably getting a lot of repeat information. But you've got to look at it on a bigger scale. You've got to look at, we're trying to get a message out there. We only have a small amount of people watching our videos. So we've got to repeat that information over. And that's exactly how marketing works. Like if you're watching an Instagram and you follow bicycles, you've probably seen the same ad from Campagnolo or Shimano or whatever, and it gets repeated over and over and over, and you get to a point where you get sick of it. But marketing keeps telling us that this works. So we're using the same sort of philosophy and repeating that message. Hopefully I'm presenting it in a slightly different way, so it makes it interesting. And if there's any other ways you think that I can present that information, or there's some things that I've missed, just leave it down in the comments down below. So that's why that we're not leaving this alone, because I and a lot of other people and people that I've seen reading in the comments do not want rim brakes to disappear from the market. We want to have that choice. We want to still be able to go out and buy our latest group set and our latest frame, even though it might not be the latest model frame. I mean, they could keep using the same molds, but allow us to be able to buy a brand new rim brake frame and a brand new rim group set, so we can have the bike that we want when we're paying significant amount of money. So that's what my video is about, and that's what other YouTubers are trying to push out there. We might not have any effect in the longer term. We might be all riding disc brakes, but at least we're making an effort. At least we're trying to make the market, or give the market some information, or get people out there to raise their hand and move towards manufacturers. So when you go into a bike shop, you say, hey, look, I want a rim brake bike. And when they get enough people asking, I want a rim brake bike, then the market's going to go, geez, we better start bringing those back, or we better keep making them. So that's what it's all about, guys. If you're finding it's a bit repetitive, I apologize for that. But as I said, we're trying to get a message out there, and hopefully I can make every discussion on the same topic a bit interesting for everyone. Thanks, guys, for watching. That's the video. Cheers.